These are the 10 things women should never do for a man. Stop being someone you're not. Let me start with something I see all the time. You meet an amazing guy and suddenly you find yourself pretending to love sports when you hate them, or acting like you're totally fine with his weekend trips with the boys when inside you're feeling anxious and uncomfortable. I remember working with Sarah, who spent months pretending she was this laid-back, go-with-the-flow woman because that's what her boyfriend seemed to want. She suppressed her need for quality time, her desire for deeper conversations, and even her love for quiet evenings at home. 3 months in, she was exhausted and resentful, and he was confused about why she suddenly seemed different. Here's the truth I learned the hard way. You can only suppress your authentic self for so long. When you try to fit into someone else's ideal, you're not just lying to them. You're abandoning yourself. And deep down, both of you feel that disconnect. Never overgive to prove your worth. This one hits close to home for so many of us. We think that if we just give more, do more, be more, then finally we'll be enough. We cook elaborate meals, plan all the dates, remember every detail about their life, and basically become a one-woman support system. But here's what I've discovered. Overgiving doesn't create love, it creates imbalance. The more you give without receiving, the more you teach someone that your energy is free and unlimited. You're not showing love, you're showing that you don't value yourself. Don't cut off your support system. This is a big red flag that I want you to watch out for. If a man wants you to distance yourself from your friends and family, or if you find yourself naturally pulling away from your support system to spend all your time with him, stop right there. Your relationships with friends and family existed before him, and they should continue to thrive during your relationship. A healthy partner will encourage these connections, not compete with them. When you isolate yourself, you lose perspective, support, and most importantly, you lose yourself. I've seen women who cut off their entire social circle only to find themselves completely alone when the relationship ended. Don't let love become a prison that separates you from everyone who truly cares about you. But wait, it gets even more important than maintaining friendships. Never tolerate disrespect in any form. I don't care how much you love him or how wonderful he is 90% of the time. If he disrespects you, that's a hard no. Disrespect comes in many forms. Verbal put-downs, dismissing your opinions, public embarrassment, or any behavior that makes you feel small. Here's something crucial I want you to understand. Love doesn't hurt. Real love doesn't come with verbal abuse, emotional manipulation, or any form of disrespect. If someone claims to love you but treats you poorly, they're showing you who they really are. I once worked with a client who told me, "But he only calls me names when he's stressed." I asked her, "Do you call him names when you're stressed?" The answer was no. Stress doesn't create character, it reveals it. Don't make him your only priority. I see this mistake everywhere, and it breaks my heart every time. You get into a relationship and suddenly your world shrinks to the size of his needs, his schedule, his preferences. Your own goals, dreams, and interests take a back seat to whatever he wants to do. This isn't love, it's self-abandonment. When you make someone else your entire world, you lose what made you attractive in the first place. You become dependent instead of interdependent, and that's not healthy for anyone. Remember, you had a life before him, and that life should become richer with him in it, not disappear entirely. Never become his financial safety net. This is uncomfortable to talk about, but we need to go there. If you find yourself consistently paying for dates, covering his bills, or financially supporting a man who is capable of working, you need to stop immediately. I'm not talking about occasionally picking up a dinner tab or helping out during a genuine emergency. I'm talking about becoming his personal ATM while he's perfectly capable of handling his own responsibilities. Here's the truth. A man who respects you will never allow you to carry his financial burdens. He might be going through a tough time, but he'll be working actively to improve his situation, not relying on you to fund his lifestyle. Stop trying to fix his problems. Oh, this one is huge. We have this nurturing instinct that makes us want to solve everything for the people we love. His career problems, his family drama, his financial issues, we jump in ready to fix it all. But here's what I've learned. You're not his mother, his therapist, or his life coach. You're his partner, Real love sometimes means stepping back and allowing someone to handle their own challenges. Support? Absolutely. Encourage? Of course. But don't make his problems your full-time job. Don't sacrifice your dreams for his. This one absolutely breaks my heart because I see it happening everywhere. Women giving up their career aspirations, their educational goals, their creative pursuits, all in the name of supporting his dreams. Listen to me carefully. Your dreams matter just as much as his do. If someone truly loves you, they will celebrate your ambitions and find ways to support them, not ask you to sacrifice them. And speaking of conversations, here's something crucial about communication. Never stay silent about your needs. This might be the most important one of all. We're taught to be accommodating, to not rock the boat, to keep the peace. So we stay quiet about our needs, hoping our partner will magically figure out what we want. But here's the reality. Unspoken needs become unmet needs, and unmet needs become resentment. If you need more quality time, say it. If you need more affection, ask for it. If something bothers you, address it. You're not being demanding by having needs. You're being human. A partner who cares about you will want to know how to make you happy, but they can't read your mind. Identify one need you've been keeping to yourself. Practice expressing it clearly and kindly. I feel loved when we spend uninterrupted time together. Could we have a phone-free dinner once a week? Don't lose your individual identity. The final trap I see women fall into is becoming so merged with their partner that they lose all sense of who they are outside the relationship. Your hobbies become his hobbies. Your friends become a couple friends. Your entire identity becomes his girlfriend. This isn't romantic, it's concerning. Healthy relationships are made up of two whole people choosing to share their lives, not one person absorbing into another's existence. You fell in love with each other as individuals with your own interests, opinions, and personalities. Don't let that disappear in the name of togetherness. The goal isn't to become one person. It's to become a team of two amazing individuals. As we wrap up, I want you to understand something fundamental. None of these boundaries make you difficult, demanding, or high maintenance. They make you self-aware and emotionally intelligent. The right person for you will appreciate these boundaries because they'll recognize that you're a woman who values herself. And when you value yourself, you teach others to value you too. I've seen countless women transform their relationships simply by implementing these principles. Not because they became harder to love, but because they became impossible to take for granted. Remember, love shouldn't require you to disappear. It shouldn't ask you to become smaller, quieter, or less than who you are. Real love celebrates your boundaries, supports your dreams, and enhances your life. It doesn't consume it. So here's my challenge for you. Pick 3 of these areas where you know you've been compromising yourself. Start implementing changes this week. It might feel uncomfortable at first, especially if you've been people-pleasing for years, but trust the process. Your future self will thank you for having the courage to love yourself enough to set these boundaries. Because when you stop doing these 10 things for a man, you'll finally make room for the kind of love that adds to your life instead of taking from it. You deserve nothing less than extraordinary love, and it all starts with how you love yourself. Don't settle for anything that requires you to betray who you are. The right person is out there, and they're looking for exactly who you are, not who you think you should be. Drop down your views in the comments and subscribe for more.